Welcome to Go Fund Yourself. Watch up-and-coming entrepreneurs step into the spotlight to pitch their businesses to you. This is not ordinary TV. Welcome to interactive TV. Like what you see? Scan the on-screen code with your mobile device to invest in any of these businesses right now, in real time. Like their products? Buy them in real time while you watch the show. Every week, we present new opportunities for you to consider. Every week, you decide whether to help make their dreams come true or tell them to go fund yourself. Now, meet the Titans, accomplished business leaders, visionaries, and experts ready to challenge every claim and every pitch as you analyze these opportunities. Introducing Rory Kataya. Jason Waller. And David Meltzer. This isn't just entertainment. This is opportunity. And you are in control. This is Go Fund Yourself.
Yes, Titan Joe Wallace is here to welcome our first entrepreneur, Byron Booker, co-founder and CEO of Look Who TV.
Our mission is really to make connected TV more connected by allowing film, TV series, and pay-per-view fans the opportunity to connect directly to the talent that they love. There's been a lot of movement in the creator economy space, so we're bringing that model to TV.
Welcome to Go Fund Yourself.
Well, look who it is, Titans. I'm Byron Booker, co-founder and CEO of Look Who TV. Our mission is simple, to make connected TV more connected. We do that by allowing fans of movies, TV series, and live events to connect directly to the talent that they love. Since the pandemic, the creator economy has exploded with platforms like OnlyFans, Patreon, and Twitch paying out billions of dollars to creators getting paid directly from fans. We're bringing that model to TV, and it's working. We've already done $1 million in the last year, $150,000 in subscription revenue in the last quarter. We're here with Go Fund Yourself to give the public an opportunity to invest in what we feel is $1 billion opportunity. Go to lookwho.tv for more information, and let's make history. And a lot of money.
So I love the concept. I'm not sure exactly, maybe you could elaborate on exactly how does someone actually participate?
Let's say you wanted to reach out to one of the producers of this Jackie Chan movie, and you could do a pay DM or a free DM, and they get that message. So it's a little bit like of a cameo where you can connect directly with the talent. I think is a little different than HBO, Netflix, and some of the other people in the space.
What would help us out is if I understood how you derived, how many influencers or what content derived $1 million of revenue in the first year. Because if I'm on my phone, I can use Instagram when I'm watching a movie to ping The Rock.
What we've done is allow people to download the phone and be able to tip directly. And so we make money on transactions of that. We get 30% and 70% to the creator. But we also found that there's instances where we'll need to come in and produce. So we bring partners, we bring sponsors in, and we make money on that as well, and we make money on the production. We make money on the sponsors and the subscription revenue as well.
What percentage of the $1 million was on the production side with sponsorship?
We got honestly, about 65% was on production, and the rest was subscription and ad revenue.
How are you growing subscription revenue?
Yeah, so we do that the same way Patreon and OnlyFans do, primarily through the influencer. So the first sale is getting top tier talent to buy in to the platform, as there's a lot of options. And we've got that in spades. And that's really why we're here.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Our first shareholders were Justin Bieber, Floyd Mayweather, Cal Massey, Tyga, a lot of big names, right? And we also have relationships with top sports athletes and NIL athletes, which I want to talk to you about a new series that we're starting in the NIL space. That's absolutely exploded. I think something like this, to be able to upload a potential trailer or something that, something that you want to do, whether it be in Hollywood, commercial, or content creation, to be able to link up and find partnerships and funding, is that something that we actually have a new program called Bluelit that we created. It's a little bit of play on words from Greenlit, where you can actually find producers, you can find people that want to get involved, maybe support it, fund it, and make it happen on Looku, so it not only gets made, but it gets distributed and monetized all in one. We have the opportunity to do something pretty cool and unprecedented in the streaming space, where we have the fans actually can see a trailer, they can back it, they get the perks along the way while the project's getting made, but they can also participate in the rev share. Like Lonely Fans, we pay out a rev share.
I think that's hot, actually. Yeah.
I do too. How would you paying out tens of thousands of dollars to referrals, people that just connect us with talent already. So we say, why don't we allow that to be done to the fans out of a pool? So we reserve 20% of select projects that we vet, and so that audiences can participate that in a variety of different projects that we have on our getbluelit.tv. .com site. And so that is a part of our program, Looku, that we've implemented specifically for that.
I love the whole Bluelit concept, because look, I'm obviously a big fan of crowdfunding and
Not a big fan of OnlyFans, but a big fan of crowdfunding.
Not anymore.
Me and Dave have a secret OnlyFans.
I thought I recognized you guys.
Right?
No,
It's called Meat Sticks.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I think I just canceled my subscription.
You canceled because you saw our ad, right? That's right. Yeah.
I knew he was one of the 3 people I saw in there.
Hey, size 11 shoe. You know what that means? Big shoes, big socks. That's what it is.
the content that people are viewing, the trailers that people are viewing to say, yeah, I'd like to back that, I'd like to participate in that. Where are they able to see that? Are they able to see that across social channels?
We put that on our YouTube, on our social media, but we also have a series, a Bluelit series. You can go see the trailers on there.
What's a win for you? We love the Bluelit thing. That makes sense. You know, I'm sitting here in my head like, wow, I had a reality TV show that we're going to do on Amazon.
Yeah.
That we kind of backed off of because some family members didn't want to do it. But it's like, how do you really push that out there? And this is something that, hey, they work out a deal, you put it on there, they watch the trailer. That's how that works, right? They assume
it's crowdfunding
for the production and for the show to be made.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's the business model.
But what's a win for you? What are you looking to gain? You get the investors here on the show. What's a win?
You would be surprised. There's so many really well-made TV series, movies that never see the light of day.
Yeah.
They don't have the infrastructure, they don't have the team, they don't have the distribution, they don't have the audience. I mean, we're getting about a million hits a month on just on organic traffic through all of our influencers. So we want them to be able to kind of benefit in that traffic, and we haven't even got started yet. I mean, when we bring in and close this next round of funding, you're going to see a massive amount of marketing, advertising, so that's going to bring eyeballs to those Bluelit projects.
Who are you going to market to? Like, ideally, who are you marketing to?
We're going to be marketing on the traditional platforms for OTT, but we're going to be working very closely with the talent to tap into their audiences the way that other creator economy platforms have done.
Because you have to market this almost 2 different ways. You have to market to people that are going to subscribe and watch the content on your platform, and then you've got to actually market to those that will bring their content to your platform.
Yeah.
So you're going to creators and you're going to viewers, am I correct?
Yeah, that's right. And as the word is getting out, and I suspect this is how it was early days of Patreon, more and more creators are submitting every day. We get tons and tons of submissions right on our login page. So these are different projects you can see. These are all trailers that you can see under the kind of Bluelit series. But when you sign up—
I gotta interrupt you. I just think you're going about this backwards. I gotta interrupt you. I just think you're going about this backwards. If I were you, I would take the Bluelit thing and put it on Netflix or put it on Amazon. You'll generate so much more revenue with the billions of people that are on these platforms.
I love the Bluelit thing.
And then the content, you can still build this over here with the influencers. And
that's a crowdfunding
and then you'll have more
niche.
money. And then also the content that exists on Netflix today, they're going to get exposure to Bluelit, and they're going to want to put their content over on Looku, because Looku now has way more exposure at a less expense than what you're doing today.
I think that's actually pretty good advice, pal.
I mean, I have one more pitch deck I can show you guys on one of the shows we're doing briefly, so you can kind of see.
Sure, go ahead.
This is Play Money. This is our NIL show. So we've got some of the top high school athletes going into college right now. We've already started production on this. We've got Nike as our lead sponsor. They insisted they are our partner with it, so they're rev sharing on it with us.
We should have started with this. This is interesting. This is the details that an investor is looking for. This is proof of concept. This is you get it, play money. The whole thing with Nike as a sponsor. A really smart entrepreneur. You need a little bit of tweaking from someone with third-party perspective.
Or right, utilizing that to answer the questions, because I actually asked you a question about Stunna. I would have brought up this thing and said, here's play money. This is the context that you were asking.
Yeah.
And then 2, we've already made $116,000 in 90 days with this type of show. Now my light just went off. So there's some things that—
Yeah, we just got to scale this. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This show right here brought in 7 figures in ad revenue or sponsorship just because we got the #1 pick. I don't know if you guys, we got AJ, we got Cayenne, we got NJ.
40 years ago, you could have got Joe Wallace.
No, Joe Davis. You could have got Joe Davis also.
Joe Davis, he's expensive.
Why don't you stop that?
He's a step above Joe Wallace.
If I had some time to get into some of the projects and how this is so exciting, the buy-in from the talent, that's what I was telling you. We have that part.
Well, we encourage our audience to reach out to you and get those answers, anything that you can disclose. So great job.
Awesome. All right. Thank
Awesome,
you.
Byron.
You turned me.
Thank you. They gave me some good feedback. And basically what I ended with, they said I should have started with. It kind of helps me reimagine how I really want to pitch Look Who.
I think that he could have presented it better. Now, I'm hopeful that by, grabbing it there at the end and emphasizing a few points is going to be helpful to him, as investors will really take a good hard look at this, because they should.
Once I realized the relationship between some of the content and creations he already has, it answered my questions. How do you cannibalize somebody else's community instead of building your own?
It took a little too long to understand what the business was. We were trying to, go through the weeds and figure that out.
There's always room for a platform that could help you if you're a content creator find funding.
No question. Cool.
NFL superstar Marshall Faulk and financial strategist Chris Jarvis are joining our Titans as we welcome Shafir Rahman, founder and CEO of Chatterworks.
My name is Shafir Rahman. I'm ready to go fund myself. We have some great advisors that know David Meltzer, made the connection. As we're in the middle of our investment round, they thought this was a fun opportunity for me to kind of expand my horizon. Hello Titans, my name is Shafir Rahman. I'm the founder and CEO of Chatterworks. Chatterworks is a platform that reimagines the way you connect and engage with people worldwide. Have you ever had a hard time finding the right candidate for your company or job or team or a prospect or target audience? With the digital world we're in now and the hundreds of millions of profiles and people you have across all the social media channels like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and so forth, how do you really connect and engage with those individuals? So that's where we come in. We've developed an AI-driven platform that optimizes the major networks in use today to help you engage with those individuals. So say you found, I don't know, say 100 prospects. Out of those 100, we'll be able to tell you that 10 of these you should reach out to on Facebook on Thursdays in the morning. 30 of them you should send an Instagram DM to on Fridays in the evenings. And then these other 40 send a LinkedIn email to, and so forth. That does include email and text, but that's how you optimize the social networks, because we're understanding their social behavior based off their likes, hobbies, and interests. We help you craft that personalized message and run those campaigns and sequences across all those different channels to help you connect and engage with them all within one
I'm sorry,
platform.
hang on 1 second. This is a lot of stuff in a very short period of time. This is an application? This is an app?
Yes, so we have a web app and not a mobile app, so it's all done online right now.
Okay, so, and then you're going to give access to your social networks to this app.
So we've aggregated and indexed and partnered with data providers to form a massive database of over 700 million people that includes the Instagrams, Facebooks, LinkedIn's, and so forth.
Okay, so my followers, relationships, connections, etc. on my social are already in there. It doesn't need to look at who's already in mine?
Correct. No, but when you connect yours, we'll be able to import those in as well. But we have a public database of all the individuals that are all public.
So you have that information somehow? Could you
Correct.
maybe elaborate on that a bit?
It's done through indexing. So if you think about it, there's most of everyone's public right now, right? So you have public profiles all over the web. So if you were to do a Google search and try and search for someone, sure, you could spend lots of time doing that. We've indexed it all in advance, essentially kind of like a Google search or Bing or Index if you're running a search. And we also work with third-party providers of data as well to bring all this data into our platform.
Okay, interesting.
Now, Shafir, in the beginning, though, you said if you were going to target these 40 or 50 candidates, so in that situation, different than what Rory said before, is this Rory's thinking about hiring these 50 people that he has resumes from, and he's sending you those 50 names, and you're giving him all of the data about those people and how to interact with them so he can best reach them? Does it start with him telling you who the people are?
So we do both ways. So you
Okay.
can search the entire database, you can scour LinkedIn, Facebook, and so forth, find people you want to engage with. And if we have the information on them, whether it be their work history and social profile links, we'll surface that data to you. So it's kind of like passive recruiting. So not necessarily someone that's applied and given you a resume. The second part is we can definitely take all the data you have. So if you have a resume database, you have a ton of LinkedIn URLs, we can go into our system, quickly match and enrich those with most recent information, other social profile parameters,
Wait a
or
second,
connect with them
I
on
just
email.
got trying to get this. So it sounded like when you started off that this is a tool that I would use if I'm looking to hire someone that I'm going to recruit. But it sounds like it's a tool that I could use if I'm trying to sell something, and this is going to help me identify the appropriate people that would be willing to buy it, and then
How to reach them?
how to reach them. Am I missing something? Am I missing
So
something?
our current ICP, so we launched in the market, our current ICP was recruiting. All the data and everything we've built can be repurposed for sales and marketing, which is go to market in Q2 of next year.
What do you charge?
So currently it's $1,000 a year per seat. So it gets you a certain amount of profile access, say 12,000 profiles a year.
So you don't have access to all 700 million.
No. So it's limited, and that's how we kind of like manage the subscription.
If I wanted 100 million people, do you have a price for that today?
No, we don't. We do have API access. We haven't got up to that large of
See where
kind
I'm
of
going?
pricing
I think
modeling yet
big.
at this.
So
I'm with you.
glorified lead gen, right? And how do you separate?
Well, it's far more than that. And let me say why. Because the data is the most crucial part of it, right? So we are in an ICP of recruiting. We moved to sales and marketing. But in the consumer world, there's a whole different ballgame with that when connecting those apps and the social networks and people and bringing all this, opening up to people's lives and so forth.
CPG, retail
Yeah, exactly.
product.
There's just so much more. So it's just not a lead gen tool.
How do you
because,
get the 700 million people? Sorry.
that goes through indexing, and that also goes through.
Do you have to pay for it, or was
we do have license agreements with a couple of partners.
You said you don't have access to the 700 million now.
No,
You
we
take
do.
it for $1,000.
Can't get it for $1,000.
Yeah, you as a user can
What
you
is
can-
your max again? And then Marcel has a question.
a max of how many you can
How many
access?
people? Yeah.
Well, you can. I mean, we can work out a deal for that. but
Okay,
right
good.
now, the
I'll talk
current
to you after the
subscription
show.
model is 12,000.
Here's the thing, and in this lead gen, I deal in lead gen. I've been down the road. Like if the 5 of us took max package, what's the likelihood that we would get the same names?
If you run the exact same search criteria, sure, you will. But if you have different parameters, you can. One word changes everything.
Yeah.
One and or not. One anything. One company. One
Location,
location.
age.
One anything that changes the whole parameter.
So
of
if
this.
we all work for the same company, we put the same criteria in, we would get the same names.
You would, yes. If you have the exact same criteria, which is what a lot of companies do actually. So when you have teams of recruiters, we save your searches so your other team members can access them and view the results and so forth. And same with sales prospecting and so forth. When you're regional based, it's always different in sales, right? So you're going to have your guys West Coast region leads, and it's not going to be the same because you're running a different search no matter how you look at it, based off your location and
And
region.
do you have like wealth information and other for the sales and marketing side?
So we have direct access to private and public IRS data on companies. So it'd be, financial history, SEC filings, head count growth month over month, benefits packages.
Property background, your ownership of property?
No, not yet.
Okay. What stops other companies from getting similar agreements and utilizing AI to build something similar?
Yeah, we've done a really good job of building this data, ingesting the information, and also, like we said, all those likes, hobbies, interests, activities, and so forth. That's not easy. AI has even a difficult time putting that together. Even if you use AI, if you don't read what AI is doing, then you still have a human in the loop with AI, no matter how you look at it. So that in itself is a big challenge.
Well, it sounds like you have a couple different businesses, though, and which is exciting, but is also cautionary. The idea that, are you going to be the LinkedIn, Indeed? Are you going down that road of we're going to be everything about hiring and getting a job? Or are we going to go into lead gen and CPG or digital media, or digital marketing, because those are very different businesses that require different things.
Well, that's why we're very focused. We know the recruiting market first. That's why I went for it. I know it very well. We've grown into it. We're part of that LinkedIn acquisition. And that's why we're growing at the rate we're growing with a team of 6. So we're at 2.3 million in ARR. We added 800,000 ARR over the past 12 months, and we'll double our revenue by the end of the year on our current trajectory of the plan.
Well, that's something to put up front. Good for you.
If I wanted to have access to build a coaching program, right? I do coaching. And instead of going through LinkedIn and Sales Navigator, pay $1,000 a month and I get access, or I'm sorry, you're right, a year, and I get access to all of this information to try to find people to coach.
Correct. So the current platform right now, so the social program's launching in about
12,000 people is all you get.
For $1,000 per seat.
Yeah, 12,000 profiles. And the great part, just to be very clear, we do not violate anyone's terms of service. We don't inject any code onto anyone's pages, so you don't have to worry about, we're violating anyone's terms. Everything's done from our database. All we're doing is identifying who you're looking at, and then all that data is coming from us. So we're not scraping anything live or going into their pages or anything like that.
Very cool.
And does this tie into LinkedIn?
No, there's no integration with LinkedIn.
So it just comes into this app?
Yeah, it comes into our web app. Yeah, so the web app.
And this can tie into, I would think, like an email app, like.
Yeah, so that's part of our whole messaging platform launch, right? So it'll tie into your email, whether it be G Suite or Office 365, and then you plug in your social, so you have your stream. So you'll have, your email, your text, Instagram, Facebook, X, all your messages will be compiled within our platform.
And you're not mobile yet.
We're not mobile yet, no. That's part of the funding. Next year, we'll be launching the mobile app.
How much funding are you looking for?
We're raising $2 million right now.
Is there a valuation tied public?
Yes, it's a $20 million safe.
I like it. For me, when you solve problems in lead gen, there's a huge issue with the recycling of leads and non-qualified people.
Chatterworks.
All right, good job, man.
Good job.
Great job.
Well done.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, David. Thank you. Oh, it was amazing. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this. It's quite a bit different than doing Zoom investor pitches versus going up live with the Titans up there, but it was an amazing experience.
Super promising. Wow.
Oh,
Right?
super exciting. The lead gen side is very exciting because there's a problem out there. You get out of market leads that come through, you get unqualified leads that come through. The social platforms that everyone likes to market on, which is a whole new way of marketing that we didn't see 10, 15 years ago that everybody's on now and doing. The problem is you have bots, you have all these things coming through that are fake that you're paying for, and you're getting unqualified customers or potential clients. Love that they're making money already. I wish I would have known that early, but we know now, and that's our job to help find that out for the investors and the viewers out there, because that is huge. They're making money. It's a business that's established. They don't need a lot of money to take it to the next level. They got to get it mobile because that's going to be the game changer.
Awesome.
Great guys.
Yeah, I've worked on a lot of projects, a lot of film projects. If it can connect you with the right people, I can see it being useful.
Yes, we use recruiters all the time. If you like it, scan that code.
Yeah, if you like what you see, go ahead and scan that code. Scan this code if you want to create a film project.
So crowdfunding is the opportunity for every person at home to now invest and be an owner of a business out there. It's also an opportunity for those business owners to gain capital without having to give control of your company up. Crowdfunding allows this for the masses, for those to invest in brand new or existing companies out there looking to do great things and making great return on your investment.